Oh, you do your intro.
Indeed. Oh
Got
man,
it.
I ain't got it. Alrighty.
Done.
Islam. Peace and love. Pass you more. I am Brother Shanalim Il. Soy hermano. Shanalim Il. You already know that all is well. And we like to welcome you to another Intuition Monday. And happy Moon Day to you all. Pardon us for the delay, but we were just conversing, going over some things, getting posts ready. And I mean, by the time we looked up, it's it's 2000 hours, 30 minutes on the East Coast. It's 1930 my time. I'm like, whoa, bro, wow. Where do they time,
Yeah.
go, quote unquote.
Between studying and doing advertisements, right? I know, but go ahead, I hear you.
Indeed. So oh bro. What was that appellation, bro? What was that appellation the bros called me?
Braveheart.
And I am here with
We're gonna work through this delay if there's a delay.
It just started. Whatever. Who cares? I am here with my bro.
No, right. As soon as we get started, right?
Delay, hit the delay.
Peace and greetings to y'all. Namaste. Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazil Bey here in Morocco at Northwest of Maxim. How are you? Welcome to Intuition Monday for Mercury Retrograde, right? Taking place approximately for most people, 23rd August 2023. I yield the floor, bro. Islam.
Indeed, Islam. So yeah, as bro just said, August 23rd for most of us. And, if one, just go check the ephemeris, one would start to see that Mercury is slowing down. So as he definitely hits his, arc period, as some, would say, the retrograde shadow or however, so it's definitely time to, start finishing up any plans, right, before it hits retrograde, or, be prepared to do a real internal organization of oneself and also externally. So when it comes to the thinking, communication, service, business, entrepreneurship, it's a good time just to, relook over everything. And with Mercury, being in, his exalted sign of Virgo, it's really a great time to do that. And, review contracts, speak and communicate the things that need to be said, because it really is like, it's kind of like a dog that wants to come in the room with you, it's going to, scratch and poke at the door until you finally open it, right? So it's definitely a time to communicate and express those things that need to be said. So, with saying that, there's also a couple, fixed stars as well that's going on with this Mercury retrograde. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. So without further ado, we'll get started. I think I start out this cycle, so I'll be doing houses 1 through 3, 7 through 9. Brother Hassan will be doing 4 through 6, 10 through 12. So I think we're just gonna flash testimony, but at the same time, give the people what they need to hear, and what they can look forward to, and also what to watch out for with that. So let me make sure I got that. So let me hit the screen share. Let me come here, and we're just gonna, we about to get this thing going. So we'll be starting out at the Taurus zone for this Mercury retrograde, August 24th, 2023, Kusei Kwa calendar, 1443 Moorish calendar. This is occurring on the Thursday, on the Thor's day, on the Jupiter day. Looks to be about 0600 hours, 59 minutes, 29 seconds, or 6:59 anti-meridian, just after sunrise. And we are near what is called Nazareth Vanashu. All right, so we have Mercury here in the first house, going retrograde at 21 degrees, 51 minutes, Virgo. Right. So what I'll just say for this Mercury retrograde, for for the collective, but especially for this area, the Mercury is also ruling over the ascendant and the midheaven. Right. So this is all about publishing. So maybe if anyone has been looking to do publishing, this is a really great time to gather your resources. If one has already completed or in the reviewing of their publishing or their literature, this is a great time just to review that, proofread, make any additional changes. Also, when it comes to religion, right? There could be a dual nature here that one can study and be open to. And when it comes to the siblings, one's siblings or elementary school or neighbors, I think it's really a great time for partnership and for everyone to realize their own self-authority. And I can say power, but power is an illusion. But for some that might not be able to grasp that, just coming into one's own power and really communicating within. Mercury retrograde is looking within. It's not looking outside of oneself. It's looking within. With that, so there could be also opportunity to be generous towards others. Think about charity that we just read in the Holy Quran. Charity towards others, and for those that come into a windfall of money, just be careful, because what could bring a swift honor and wealth could eventually lead to one's disgrace in the end. So just be honorable and be sincere in one's communications and one's dealing. And also just really getting that there's going to be a lot of changes to the identity of the people and also the communications of the career. So a lot of changes, especially pertaining to communications, that those that deal with marketing and also the service industry and the local homeschooling. So if the curriculum is really not educating the little ones, there could be a change for that. And with that, I yield the floor. So now we're gonna move. Bam, there it is. I was like, where's that zone? But I had a title under something. So moving on now to the Aries zones. We are near Tanah Merah, and what is now called Indonesia. We have Mercury in the second house, right? Also now ruling over the 11th house. All right, so there's some foreign learning coming here, possibly even finding values that seem foreign to you, right? When it comes to your daily routines or your material possessions and how one communicates within their friend groups and networks. There's a change coming. There's a change coming. So possibly even for those that are into agriculture or growing or gardening, maybe finding some new tips, or maybe going to copper crystal canvases and getting your electroculture stake, or even looking to buy an ephemeris. Not ephemeris, farmer's almanac, and learning how to plant and harvest with the cycles of the moon instead of just going out there winging it. For those that be like, oh, astrology ain't real, we don't care, but if you're gardening or you're happy about summertime or you don't like winter, that's astrology. It's going to happen whether you want to believe it or not. The universe and the planets are still going to do their things. And just closing out, we got Sun ruling the chart. And, when you look here, Sun's conjunct Regulus, but it's being ruled by Mercury, an exalted Mercury. So there's this generosity, there's honors, and fame coming pertaining to those that give service or maybe the health industry. There's going to be some changes occurring. It's probably has been cooking for a while, or beings can really be actually going to get that health checkup that they need to, or, looking to the herbs of that matter. And with that separating sextile between Mercury and Moon, Mercury 23 degree Scorpio, this is all about higher learning. Higher learning, you'll be able to be rational more than emotional. You'll be able to be logic in one's thinking and speaking. So be kind to others, be generous to others, be supportive of others. Because, you know, supporting oneself and supporting others is only going to reflect back to you. You know, it doesn't hurt to support someone else in their dreams, because one will want the same for their dreams. So there's going to be an equal give and take, you know, with this energy. And I think with Venus, you know, looks like Venus is still retrograde. So there's going to be, you know, beauty and harmony and values and, you know, thinking and communication that's really going to come into play. So just let go of all the things that aren't serving you. With that, I yield the floor. All right. Now we're moving on into the Pisces zone. All right. We're now in the third house, and we are near Chongkal, Cambodia. What's now called Cambodia today. Right. You know, we're in the third house, so Mercury is exalted. Mercury also has the accidental dignity being the third house. So very, very strong. Very, very strong Mercury is. With that, and Luna is, you know, ruling the first house, which is at 19 degree in Cancer, and the fifth. So there's children. So maybe even beings could look into, if not homeschool their children, maybe even just teach them lessons after they come home for school. Let's see, 23, you know, Scorpio, once again, is just another hopes and wishes degree. So beings could be working towards their dreams or looking to uplift fallen humanity by raising their awareness, you know, speaking the truth and divine truth that beings most are foreign to when it comes to actual truth, because beings have not only, one, been taught to hate, two, they've been taught falsehood. They've been taught not, and not the actual ought. So, yeah, much change. Well, there's going to be an interest. I'm not going to say there could be. There is going to be an increased interest in bringing much needed change and reform to the social groups and structures. And that's definitely going to be realized by being out in one local community, and also by just reflecting at home, you know, in spirituality, maybe having visions of the things unseen. So yes, be open to the things that are foreign. And there's also going to be opportunity to really have an expansion when it comes to one's foundational values and their optimism, by just redirecting their action and their will to be in harmony with their nature. Because if one is not using their will properly, that will work against them. So work with the flow, work with the will, work with one's natures and not work against it. Or that could, you know, bring everything opposite of one's looking to achieve. So yeah, just focus at the growth, and now take the growth and redirect it to align one's actions and to be in rhythm rather than be out of rhythm. So tune to the music of one's own soul and follow the dictates of one's spirit. And with that, I yield the floor to my bro, going in on Aquarius zone. Going in on Aquarius zone.
Islam, guys. All righty. So we got something for, you know, when we close one out. Wanted to make sure something was ready to go. All righty, guys. Here we are. Pertaining to the Aquarius zone. All righty. This is taking place, of course, in the fourth house, where Mercury is retrograde, again at 21 degrees. Virgo, 51 minutes. And there in the fourth house, what we can actually see here is a means for us to, while we're home, we can do some things that are pretty exotic. However, we're also, you know, within our home. So probably allow yourself to, you know, cook something that's of another culture that normally you would go out and transact for, you know, and interestingly so. Curry came to mind, and looking at Jamnagar, India. Maybe there's some type of dish from near Hindustan or some type of Indian, quote unquote, Indian food that you enjoy. Look up the recipe yourself and make it while you're at home. Let your hands do that loving work in making a meal that is seemingly exotic from the home, all right? If you are someone from Hindustan, maybe it's something else that you enjoy. Maybe you would like to try your hand at an apple pie or something. So with that being said, I would like to say, somebody know. I just saw an email come through. No, it's funny. If you're watching, no, I had to fulfill the order from some time ago to clear out the order fulfillments. So it's not that I'm sending something else. It's just that that's what it is. I forgot to hit the fulfill on our website. So I forgot to hit the fulfill order button. So somebody just emailed me like, "Yo," they text me like, "Yo, I'm getting another literature set." No, that's not what's actually happening. I mean, I and Brother Sean do have something planned, though, more than what we promised for the workshop, all right, for the
As
quick
always.
thinking with Mercury, right? So yeah, we're not gonna tell you what it is, but we got a little something extra planned. However, what I'm saying here, while at home, guys, honestly, just do your best to get your hands working. Of course, Mercury there dominant and exalted in Virgo, ruling the ascendant also. So just to really allow yourself to, discipline yourself to learn the recipe. You will not be disappointed. I think you will be good to do some proper thinking, some reading, and maybe even some listening, and then go into the details. Pay attention to the minutiae things while at home preparing food for your loved ones. And that is taking place 24th August 2023 on Thursday. Right, wear blue. You won't be disappointed, especially with Mercury being conjunct the nebula. It's the color pertaining to the nebula is blue. Wear blue. You won't be disappointed, all right, when it comes to that particular day. Even though I think the 23rd will probably be considered a Wednesday, well, if I'm not mistaken. Even though Wednesday is purple is a mixture of blue and red. I still think some blue wearing pertaining to when Mercury appears to be retrograde. It wouldn't hurt to wear blue. All right. And that, again, for Jamnagar, India. With that, I yield the floor. Moving on to the fifth house, the same energy, we could allow ourselves to probably go out, right? Because if you want to go out and have a little bit of fun, because it being the fifth house, it's where we play, it's where we enjoy ourselves, things we like to do, so to speak. This for the Capricorn zone. Wow, that's interesting. It's still in the fourth house for the Capricorn zone. Look at that, bro. That's interesting. Yeah, not knocking it at all. So again, even with this, so to speak, I would also say, do ye best to probably get a little exercise, honestly. Okay, no, it is the fifth. You know what I was looking at? I was looking at the sun in the fourth. So Mercury is in the fifth house. So in that exercise and in that play, pardon me, guys, I was so looking at the sun, forgive me.
Bro, every time you say play, it makes me think of Kevin Hart. What was that when he's like with his kids, like, I want to play, daddy?
Absolutely. So when it comes to that, I think play and exercise is a mixture there. So there's going to be a little bit of balance between that, so to speak. So make your play pertaining to something to exercise. So you might want to go maybe to a playground. Maybe you want to do some exercising at a playground. Maybe you want to be at a basketball court, so to speak. So with that even being said, even further, I would allow ourselves to maybe do something a little different also. If that's what you're used to doing, playing basketball, maybe you should do something a little different from what you're used to and play a little soccer. This is, again, for the Capricorn zone, like those that are near Badera, Somalia. Maybe soccer is your thing. So maybe you could try something like baseball. That way you can allow yourself to play a game that has kind of a retrograde thing to it. You start at home plate and you return to home plate, right? As you go around the bases. So for those of you within the Capricorn zone that may not be used to something like baseball, which is played mostly with the hands, while also using the feet to run to get the ball and run from base to base, I think it would be best to express some energy in that fashion, mixing the play with the exercise. And with that, I yield the floor. Now we're looking for Mercury retrograde in the 6th house, which it absolutely will be. However,
Shout out to Brother Jag.
For the Sagittarius zone. All right, for the 23rd August 2023, happened about 2100 hours, 59 minutes, and 29 seconds near Port Nolith, right? So dealing with South Africa, all righty, as it's termed. So this happening in the 6th house, this is a very beneficial Mercury. Some people say, oh, but it's appearing retrograde from Earth, so it's some mitigation. It's Mercury dominant and exalted in the 6th sign Mercury, while in the 6th house having accidental dignity. So when it comes to your everyday work, those of you that are within the Sagittarius, so when it comes to the everyday work, all righty, or your daily routine, or even when you're going to do some self-improvement, this would be the time to really take notes. And or if there were some notes that you were taking over the last few months for yourself, and you know there's some things you always wanted to do, this will be the time to step out to actually do them. If you wrote it down, you made decisions, oh, I got to do this, I need to start doing this. This is the time to start for your self-improvement. So make sure you take advantage of the self-improvement here. Mars there in the 6th house ruling the ascendant. And the part of the ascendant is ruling is definitely the Cancer degree. So while you're at home, make sure you can secure these things while you are also, possibly looking for a way to, be looking, I guess, a little more healthy, so to speak. If you, don't be hard on yourself, but if you are hard on yourself, and say for the moms out there, you're like, hold on, I want to snap my body back. This would be the perfect time for mothers to take action. All righty. With Mars ruling over a 16-degree, 14-minute ascendant. Take that action, right? And let that wounded healing, right, take place in doing some fun exercises. Maybe there's some things you enjoy doing. Maybe you enjoy bike riding. All right. So allow yourself to go out and ride that bike. It's not a problem. Just have some fun. Or if you wanted to get on your exercise bike, I see a lot of like either exercise bikes, actual bicycling, or some treadmilling that's taking place here, because there's some singular, right, self movement that I'm seeing with this. And what you guys can do is just enjoy yourselves. All righty. It's really going to be really fun, because Mars is definitely too at that Gemini degree also. So let that movement in motion get the going, right? So with that being said, I yield the floor to our beloved brother, in whom we are well pleased, Brother Shawnee Mel, Islam.
Speaking of bicycle, my saddle, baby.
You're hilarious, bro.
All right, so we're moving to the Scorpio zone. All right, this is occurring on Wednesday, the Mercury day, August 23rd at 2000 hours, 59 minutes, 29 seconds, or 8:59 post meridian, and we are near Muito, Mauritania. All right, so we now have Mercury in the 7th house. Of partnerships, of relationships, ascendant, which is interesting, is Pisces being ruled by Jupiter. And, I'm going to say this for those that are in partnerships, those working in business, Mercury had already made that trine with Jupiter. I'm going to check the astro calendar, but I know we went over that. So at that point, when Mercury goes back and actually trines that Jupiter again, I think Ben's are going to have a realization pertaining to business, pertaining to service and values about how they're doing, and they're going to be able to reform themselves or expand on the things that they changed with that energy. This is coming by able to see the dual nature and, be able to really communicate those things that need to be said or need to be communicated, or might be on the surface or subconsciously with that. Mercury in the 7th, this is just partnership. So communicate with one's partner. Be kind, but if first and foremost coming to knowing yourself. So get your mental magician report, get your mirror session. Instead of thrashing out or blaming others for everything, one might really need to check themselves. Really check in with themselves and make sure that they are being what they're demanding, right? Demanding something that one is not actually being themselves. And brother sign boys, that's tough, B, right? One might have to really, check that. And so with that, communication brings expansion to the values and also to the material things. And one can really have this deep inner transformation that they're seeking for, that has been, cooking in the ethers, that one might not be aware of. And there's a sense of destiny and purpose pertaining to one's, journey and soul purpose and their career. And that's just coming by being open to the things that are hidden, with like occults. So just be open for that inheritance, whether it be physical or whether it be something spiritual, like a flash, a download. Just be open to it and write it down, record one's dreams. And with that, I will yield the floor. All right, that's for the Scorpio zone. Now we in the Libra zone. We in the Libra zone. Hey! All right, so we are now near Roca, Uruguay, right? Mercury in the 8th house. So this is, once again, we are speaking on inheritance. And it's also death. So it could be a death of how one communicates, right? Maybe one kind of did the passive aggressive communication or non-direct also. And maybe now they're actually have found a way to find a balance and saying the things that they need to. And now they're, communicating things that are foreign to them, which is, communicating. Maybe someone doesn't want to speak up or say the things, but now they have that opportunity to, be secure in themselves and, say those things. Yes, and supportive. So maybe someone will come across the opportunity to work with others' finances, maybe be like an accountant or banker of some sort, or they're able to, be a speaker for those who, trust in them to handle their affairs. So for those that are handling others' affairs, be honorable. Because if one's not honorable, I can, assure one that swift judgment will come with that energy. And Saturn, is in the 1st, Uranus is in the 4th as a co-ruler. So there's just some sudden change that's coming, to the home, right? With that ascendant being at the Cancerian degree, there's some home changes. And it comes by, speaking, communicating, and writing the higher learning with that energy. And with Gemini being on the 5th, this is teaching the children. So this is, getting the books or prepping the children to know themselves and how to handle themselves. So when they get older, won't have to worry about anyone trying to take advantage of them because they're secure within themselves. So just master the communication by the proper action, by being organized, and not letting one's drive be maleficent, but let it be benefic. And let one's light always lead them to working for the people and not against the people. So learn how to tune one's wheel. And now that brings the transformation within the home and also within one's psyche, and also allow one to transform themselves by means of the unseen, being open to those things, and true spirituality by breathing. So structure and hard work, but also maybe limiting oneself of some things that isn't good for them mentally. With that, I yield the floor. And the last one for me, as we're headed to the East Coast for the Virgo zone, as we have now, actually we are traveling near Cape Haiti, right? What's it now called, Haiti? Mercury's in the 9th now. and the house of higher learning and travel. So yeah, for someone could be going to a foreign university, or if they're not going physically, maybe they're doing it via Zoom. For those that are in religion, I would say be supportive and actually tell the people the truth. Because they'll be able to grow from that communication, with Luna being in the 11th house and an Aquarian degree. So really be open to communicating those things that one knows. And, for those that haven't took the death oath, communicate it. Be generous, be helpful to those. And if you're helpful to those, they'll be helpful to you. All right. So, maybe instead of buying that new Cadillac when a plate comes around, actually invest it into books, some law books, or, something for the children, something for the Sunday school, something that really is going to bring benefit and bring value to the people. And with that Sun and Regulus conjunction in the 8th, it's like spiritual royalty. It's service. So yeah, I think there's going to be, not only after Mercury goes direct, but for about the next year or two, I think there's going to be an increase in the value people see when it comes to the service industry and also communications. So yeah, just be honorable, and the service that one provides, not do things for attention, or try to look cool, but actually bring something of value that touches the heart of hearts, and can be universal for anyone. Because something that might come quick will eventually lead to disgrace. So yeah, just communicate and be honorable, be sincere. And yeah, with that, I will actually yield the floor to my bro. As it going on the Leo zone.
All right.
Going in on the Leo zone.
Islam for the 10th house. So, guys, when it comes to 10th house, is just coming to what you like to be successful in. So those of you within the Leo zone, you already near Cheyenne, Wyoming, and other, locations, so to speak, or other, longitudes and latitudes within said Leo zone. What you can do with this energy is really just allow yourself to be very successful in making sure that your thinking is detailed enough for you to say the right things, communicate the right things, while also really allowing yourself to be like a warrior princess or warrior prince. And what you're going to do with that is just be, a bit protective, while at the same time making sure that all 5 of your senses, so to speak, are really just being the thrones for your higher self. Just, if you had 5 different portions of your higher self being like emperors, or so to speak, within the empire that is your being, right? Your body, right? You be very, very active in just being very down to earth. So make sure in you being down to earth, all right, and being very focused in doing so, just make sure you're communicating that which needs to be communicated to your peers, those that you're hanging around, so that when it comes time to have fun, which is what I'll get into next, you'll be able to really reap the rewards from said quote unquote fun. And that's happening around 1300 hours, 59 minutes, and 29 seconds on the 23rd August 2023, which is a Woodens Day, right? A Wednesday. Iloa Raphael for Cheyenne, Wyoming for the Leo zone. And with that, I yield the floor. As we move on to the Cancer zone for the 11th house, Mercury in the 11th is just really letting us know where we can really go into detail in our humanitarian and altruistic endeavors. Also, what we can do with that energy is really, really shine the light on some things that, people have a lot of fascination and denial about. And you can really bring some things to the forefront that may have some people feel a little guilty with inside themselves, and you make certain points, so to speak. However, those points that you're making, a lot of beings will, really think to themselves and still silently support out of two reasons. One, they do not want to be the ones, feeling guilty, I guess, or embarrassed for whatever point was made. So they'll allow themselves to support in a fashion that is just kind of out of, hey, I don't want to be looked at like this being, so let me support for this reason. However, what I will also say, what really comes out for this is just coming out on top, really showing your best, how you really have a hold on things as far as having your mind made up, knowing exactly what it is you want to say, saying what you mean to say. However, doing it in an unapologetic fashion without being rude. So really allow your heart to speak to the fascination and denial that's in the room, showing that you're going to stand up and be protective of those that you're speaking on, those people that may not be near you, but be close to the issues that you're speaking on, so that you can be able to be very active in exercising your humanitarian endeavors. And this is for Tautira, French Polynesia, particularly within the Cancer zone, and any other quote unquote location within the Cancer zone. And with that, I yield the floor. We take it to the 12th house here for the Gemini zone. And this is just after Mercury rise, right? After sunrise, after Mercury rise also. So for the 12th house, it looks like Mercury will have a little bit of accidental debilitation. However, I think here is where you can take something that someone else wrote and possibly quote it in something that you care to share when you're speaking on a specific topic. When it comes to a specific topic, make sure you cite your references. All righty. So those of you within the Gemini zone, and here specifically for the 24th August 2023, this is for Ohanua Tonga, right? So, just make sure some things are really thoroughly explained with reference points for others to kind of look at, so that even though there's some rise being given to the fascination and now, documentation beats conversation. And with that, I yield the floor as we're complete with our Intuition Moon Day presentation. And Brother Sean, any closing remarks?
Shout out to everybody that's joined the workshop. We have a special gift that we will not tell y'all, but on top of us going in already with the information that we're going to give to y'all, we decided today to throw in some extras for y'all. So for those that already participated, not only you getting free lifetime membership, a Mental Magician 1.0, y'all are getting something else from Brother Hassan and I. So if there ain't something else to look forward to, well, it's some more things to look forward to on top of the things already that we're going in on. So for anyone that hasn't joined the workshop yet, still open. Don't delay, don't procrastinate. Share with your loved ones, your friends, your family. I think that's about it for the workshop. That's Saturn Day, so it's Monday. So only a couple of days left. So make sure everyone gets that. Go to Copper Crystal Canvases. Get your crystals and all those things, custom order, custom made. Holler at Brother Corey for the CMOS and all the other brothers, Brother Jag, Brother Hassan, and I, for the astrology readings and multiple things. We're continuing to move forward. And there's a lot more things that are in dimensions to manifest. And I guess I'll go ahead and say, there's no flyer yet, but I got another inquiry about either a Reiki class or workshop. So as a chart looks, September 23rd, I will be doing a 3-month workshop, going over some various things, which I'm just gonna get my Mercury on, right, while it's exalted in Virgo right now, and write everything down. I already got it up here, but I'm gonna just put the mechanical pencil to the paper and plan everything out. And I think that'd be really special. It's definitely, I think the title will be Self-Love and Community Building. self-healing and community building. There we go. Self-healing community building. And this will be to, not meet like minds, meet others. And also if one hasn't really been on that healing journey, to kickstart that. And also, like I said, build community, really have some unity when it comes to us being Moorish Americans. And even, the Albions, they're Moors as well. So we're looking to universally build, universally heal, and move forward, and not look back on the things. So that will be coming very, very, very soon. I'll get to making a flyer and just get to work on that. We have our workshop here as well. This
you
is
said
first and foremost.
3 moon cycles, right?
Yeah, 3 moon cycles. It'd be 150 each month. And there's going to be a lot. I think we're probably going to meet either every Saturday or twice a month. I haven't really decided yet, but it's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be awesome. So, shout out to Brother Willie for asking again. And pardon me for even taking so long to even think about it, but I think it's time to move forward. So that will be coming. I spoke about it a little bit on Office Hours with Dr. G. So look forward for that. But, for this present moment, right here, right now, you see what's on the screen? That quick thinking moon and Mercury. Oh man, y'all better get up in there with us. Because I'm pretty sure we'll have it documented and archived to take later, but it won't be the same to actually be in the class with us, live, able to answer questions on the fly. Like, it'll still be good. Don't get me wrong, but it's just something about actually being there while we're live, while everyone else is, participating, asking questions. It'd be much more. So make sure one, signs and join up. And Brother Sign, I don't even know if someone even had a 250. Well, if they wanted to split, but I think y'all would only get one mental magician report. So I better decide on who gets it if y'all want to split it. You feel me? If you get the 250 or if 5 folks got to put in 50, you feel me? Just, hey, rock, paper, scissors, who's gonna get the mental magician report? You feel me? But yeah, make sure not to miss out. With that, I yield to my bro.
Indeed,
as I get off my soapbox.
So yeah, guys, you're hilarious. The Universally Professional Astrology Community presents Quick Thinking Moon and Mercury for the 12th, Saturday the 12th, and Sunday the 13th, August 2023. Alrighty, this is I'm guessing a month and 11. I guess a month and 10 to 12 days prior to when Brother Sean's speaking on what he's having for you all, right, for September 23rd. Which I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna be there. I want to see what bro gonna go in on. You know what I'm saying? I want to check it out. So with that, the Elmo's Nerd Tuition, alrighty, for the lifetime membership for the Universally Professional Astrology Community is 250 units in lieu of lawful money via CashApp. The Caduceus symbol or $. OurAstrologyStreet. The workshop's lecture presentation is by Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, and Brother Sean Lee. Now I'll be going in on the moon for Saturday, 12th, August 2023, and then I'll introduce a bit of Mercury while Brother Sean goes completely in on the Mercury energy for Sunday. Alrighty, that's the 13th, August 2023. And so we're really, like I said, we're going to make sure those that are taking advantage of the lifetime membership, pertaining to the Universally Professional Astrology Community, we're going to make sure that you have what you need so you can actually take full advantage of the exercises that are going to be presented and the way that we determine a lot of things when it comes to astrology that's going to be presented when we actually have these workshops. Alrighty. And like I said, in the very near future, like I said, there's going to be with these other workshops that are going to happen when I do these different astrology workshops. I'm telling you guys, you are really going to enjoy it, and I expect to see a couple hundred people, even though, it's like, okay, we're looking, even if it's just a few, but, we could get a couple hundred people to come in and really take advantage of these things. However, we're going to make sure, that the workshops that we're bringing is something that just has you, every time you come in, you'll be able to immediately use it, even while we're in the middle of the workshop. You can test some things for yourself, look at some things, and even with the example charts that we're going to set up, you're going to be able to have confidence in utilizing the techniques that we're presenting for your own astrological referencing, so you can help yourself and your loved ones out when analyzing some astrology, if that's the choice you want to make in doing so. However, we always encourage you all to make sure you get your Mirror AstroLiteracy by Brother Hassan Ghaziel Bey, and your Mental Magician Report by Brother Sean Aleem L. Even though Brother Sean, Brother Corey, and Brother Terrell we are all four internationally certified, all right, to give the Mirror Astroliteracy session, all righty. It's just that who you see in front of you now is Brother Hassan and Brother Sean. So we're just kind of, just presenting the things that we are primary at, even though all four of us can do either Mirror or Mental Magician reports, so to speak, right? However, you get that Mental Magician report firstly from Brother Sean, is how we're promoting it, and get your Mirror session from Brother Hassan Ghaziel Bey. All right, and with that, guys, another thing I care to share, as Brother Sean already mentioned, copper crystal canvases, guys. Make sure you go to sevenhillstar.com and order ye copper crystal canvases. And it's more than just these things here. I guess when I click the show more, it's showing you that there's like a sage air plant holder. I guess it's not even the internet here as much as not the website, it's as much as probably just the internet trying to catch up with what's here. But I trust you guys go and check and hit that show more. You will be able to see all the different ones that are here, because there are definitely pictures above these captions, guys. I know when one checks on the phone, I'm doing too much. Streaming and sharing screen share at the same time. I'm trying to get you guys to see certain things. However, it is what it is. Go and check it out for yourself. You will not be disappointed. See, look, the pictures is like, there's the square, but where's the rest of the pictures, all right? So you guys go and check for yourself, and we can see what's actually going on with that. I just don't know why it's taking so long. Just load up. But either way, too cool to be embarrassed. You guys are going to check for yourselves, right? So what you do is you click there, click more at the top right-hand corner, click copper crystal canvases, so you guys can see all the things that are offered there, righty? So with that being said, the final thing I wanted to share.
I'm trying to check too, bro. My internet. But I'm trying to check too. My internet acting up. Man, it's gracious.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, because I know, like, the good sister put all the work into making sure that the copper crystal canvases portion of Seven Hill Star is litty. So that's how I know. I'm like, I seen the pictures there. So it's just a matter of everything just uploading. Because like, for example, let me go back there real quick. Imagine we go to TUPAC, right? And if I was to click, what if I click there? Is that what it is? Right where the checkout is to join TUPAC. I think above it, if I'm not mistaken, you guys get to see, like, boom, right? Because we got copper crystal canvases slide right there at the top of it. So you guys could even see, like, you go to check out there, but just above it, you can see like the different items that are there from copper crystal canvases, right? You can see the different pictures that are shared, right? Where are we at there? So it's taking so long, but I know they're all there because the little purple is indicating where it is, right? I guess I have to click the little thumbnails at the bottom or whatever. But this is where you guys can see some of those items, right? Oh, and look, it's moving on its own. I'm not even touching anything. Looky, Astro Cookie.
How is he doing this?
I know, right? So you guys can enjoy those different things there. Those Monstera earrings, I think, are pretty amazing for those. It's a lot of people that are plant lovers and they know about that Monstera design, right? However, with that being said, guys, last thing I wanted to show, this is every Intuition Monday. If you guys ever wondered why, and I guess I'll just show this briefly. This is how we're determining.
Y'all got the sauce now.
Cold zone, right? Well, sort of, kind of.
Sort of.
Sort of, because even when I was going over today, I was reminding myself of, okay, I know what this is, zodiacally speaking, even though certain numbers say certain things. So this is how we know and can determine what the 30-degree spans and longitude are as far as the different zones are concerned. So when you see us go, like we started today in the Taurus zone, right? So when Brother Sean was going through the Taurus zone, he was over here somewhere, right? On the right side of the Taurus symbol, all the way over to this portion right here to the left side of this Gemini symbol. And you might think to yourself, is there even anything over there? Yes, of course it is. It's a lot going on. New Zealand's within the Taurus zone, Auckland, Wellington, right? Boom, Tonga again, right? Right? It's just a few things. Vanuatu, it's a few things that you guys can see. So I figured just, hey, that's not bad to kind of at least see the map for yourselves a little bit so you can kind of grasp, even for those of you that are reading CM-based books. So you can see like, okay, these are the astrological slices, so to speak, pertaining to the planet, right? So with that being said, those that commented thus far within the live chat, Brother Seven, Judah Bilal Bay says Islam. Islam. Screen share there. Islam, Brother Derek Blash Day says Islam, everyone. Mary Bagnashi, hey, Mary, from the Jurisprudence Gym, says good evening to you, Mary. Brother Antonio Bay says Islam or is Islam. Brother Antonio. And C. Thomas says Islam and books for sure. Alexander Dix Bay, what's up? With yes, one of our beloved sons in whom we're well pleased, right? He says, I am very excited about the workshop! Exclamation point. Indeed, right? Indeed. And C. Thomas gives the 3 thumbs up. All righty, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us. Once again, we would have been so much earlier with this. However, real talk, me and Brother Sean was studying, reviewing some things or whatever, looking at some things about ourselves because we were studying ourselves too. And we were, speaking about, different advertising things and trying, because guys, we really are, every day of our life, this is what this is. This is how we eat, guys. We don't do anything else. So don't be mad at us because, I know there are those of you that punch a clock and things of that nature. We don't. We're not bragging about it. We just see what our calling is. You see what I'm saying? And we trust that y'all are supportive, utilizing your energy to support us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know when y'all see when you see what we do Saturday and Sunday, because I know how I'm going to go in. Brother Sean, you know how you going to go in when it comes to Mercury? Because Brother Sean got to go in on 2 signs and 2 houses. That's why I'm going to do the introduction for Mercury. So it's like Brother Sean will have 4 things and I'll have 4 things, right? So that's why I'm going to go in on a planet, a sign, a house, and the introduction of another planet, right? And so you guys can actually see some things. When I say I'm going to go in, I'm going to go in. And I mean in. I trust we don't go over 4 hours, but bro, you know how I do. You know how I do, right?
I'm going in more than Uncle Elroy did.
What'd you say?
I said I'm going in more than Uncle Elroy did for Mr. Nasty time. That's how I'm going in all the way.
Yo, you are hilarious, bro. What? Yeah. Good night, everybody. No, me stop.
Good night.
All right. With that being said, guys, we love y'all. Rest and recharge well. This is where I and bro say be yourselves and
donate, show some love.
Donate indeed. So guys, this is where we say to y'all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.
Peace. use my Pam voice.